Hello, everybody. Farron here. I'm back from the abyss. Somebody has pulled me back out of the abyss and has asked if I could do a tutorial on the heart and the Sacred Heart of Jesus video that I did, and that is what I'm gonna do. And so it's pretty straightforward. You can just hop into Blender, um, add in a cube, go to the add a subdivision surface to the cube, keep it at 1, and apply that subdivision to it. Boop, boop. Go into edit mode and click the top vertices there. You can drag those guys down and you can select these bottom vertices and scale them all in to give that like kind of narrow look. And then we can go back into object mode. We can go to scale and press X on the X axis and make it like thin it up there in the middle. And then boom, there you go. You're done. I'm just joking. You're not done yet. You have to go to add another modifier to it. Add a subdivision surface. Bada bing, bada boop. You go into edit mode, and you can still monkey around with more of these settings here. And this is kind of all like depending on how you want the heart to look like. There's no exact science to this, but I'm just gonna show you like how I would do it. So you can just edit these guys around here. You can also use the mirroring and the mirror tool in Blender. The mirror axis, is that what it is? To enable mesh symmetry in the x-axis. Yeah, those are very useful if you want your heart to look exactly symmetrical. That is a really useful tool. Yeah, that's pretty much all I would do here is like kind of go around fine tuning, re-editing the heart. Boom. Oh yeah, that helps a lot. So using references, you can use like photos and stuff. And there's if you hit Shift A, you can add actually add pictures, images. I'm not gonna do that now. I don't know. I don't want like copyright and stuff to go through. But yeah, definitely use references. References help a lot making heart or just anything in Blender. So we're gonna move this guy out of the way. You know, I think this heart is looking pretty good. And if you like it, you can edit it, or you can also like shade smooth, make it look all nice. Definitely isn't a perfect heart. It is far from perfect. But I believe it may. Why here? There we go. There we go. Maybe something more like that. Yeah, and feel free to edit it however you like with the vertices and stuff. I know it takes some practice. It took me a while until I could really get it down, but it is possible. And when it does, it is you can work so much easier. Yeah, there we go. And if you want we can also bump these up once you have it in place. Bump those up. You can even apply this if you're ready for it to be applied, depending on what process you want it to be. This is really all depends on what you are using the heart for. But yeah, that is basically the very basics on how to model a heart. You can even add a material, get some red in there, boom boom boom, and like go into the view. Where's my light? It's all the way up there. Come back down here. There we go. Heart. It's a heart. A very simple heart. And that's the thing in Blender. Like you can make stuff in a lot of different ways. There's not just like one way of doing something. You can make stuff in a lot of different ways. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to add a circle. Make sure the vertices are at 64. Or you can even go higher if you want more detail with the loops. You're going to see here in a minute. But yeah, you'll be able to figure out and judge after you do it. But so yeah, add a circle, add 64 vertices. You can add a skin modifier, and then also add a subdivision surface. Gonna bump that up to 2. Gonna go in edit mode, select. Oh, this is not edit mode. This is edit mode on the circle. You go to the normal view there. Gonna X-ray, and then so yeah, all those are selected. Gonna hit Control A. Gonna shrink them down, something like that. And then we can go on like a front view here. Make sure proportional editing is on, and then turn on X and Y on the what is it called again? The enable mesh symmetry on the X-axis and the Y-axis in the edit mode. Select like one of the vertices, and you can GZ to go up. And this is the proportional editor. You can use the scroll wheel on the mouse to kind of edit that. So you can bump that up a little bit there. Go down here. Drag that down, drag this up, and it kind of gives this like wavy pattern This is something I think I might have just put too much area here. You can even Shift D, duplicate the crown, and hit RZ, and then kind of make it so that it goes to where the spots where the other loop doesn't. I really don't know how to explain this. I apologize, but yeah, you can make it go where the loops. Yeah, that's what I'm telling the hills, where the hills and the valleys kind of connect there like that. I mean, as you can see here, it's pretty self-explanatory. Once you have that done there, you can go into edit mode, and what you can do is you can even add thorns. Oh no, we can turn off proportional editing in edit mode. You can extrude these little points, and then after they're extruded, you can hit Control A and shrink that down, and you can add these little thorns. It's pretty neat. And you can just pop that out there. You know, Control A, shrink that down, and you can even go on the main, like, I don't know, stem, root, the main thorn itself, the crown itself, and you can shrink that down. Because I know sometimes when you're working with these, they like glitch out, so you can drag them out more, or however it makes it so it's not glitchy. It's kind of like I don't know if it's just auto-generated how that works, but if it doesn't like mesh right, you have to like monkey around with it, and it'll come clear eventually. Once you might have to adjust some things and different thicknesses of the crown itself or the thorn, and then you can kind of just go all around the crown and do that. But yeah, that's really how I got the crown of thorns, and then really you just bring it to your heart, and then scale on the X. Oh, that is not. Nope. Maybe this group. Can we group this stuff? Join this stuff. You might have to join it. But I'm going to make the origin geometry to origin to geometry. That's what I want. And so that makes it so that when I scale it, it's not weird in doing whatever it was doing before. Actually, before I even do that, I'm going to shrink this down. And then I'm going to push it together like that. Maybe it's like so. And then there you go. You kind of get this this rounded look. And you can even add a material to that as well. Make it brown. And there you go. Definitely not as good looking as the one from my video, but that's the basic idea. That's what I want to show you, is the basic idea of how you make it. And I am not going into the flame dynamics, or I don't even know what they're called, the flame simulation in Blender. That was horrible. Well, at least I got it to look half decent, but it took me forever to get there. It was really difficult to figuring it out. But I'll give you like the main point of how I did it. I basically added a UV sphere and then added like a fire simulation to it, so that the fire went like around from this point onto the heart. I completely forget. Don't ask me how I did it. It's somewhere in the like particle system or something. There's fluids and there's, yeah, as a whole, you're gonna have to look up different tutorials for that. But at least I can show you the heart, the thorns, and the cross. The cross is really simple. I can show that to you here. What is my portion editing on? There we go. Okay, I don't think it is, not anymore. So make a cross, very, very simple in Blender. You can first go back into solid view. You can just add a cube, something basic. Get the snapping tool. This really can just help you make it the proportions right. Make it maybe something. Wait, is it going by no? I don't want. Okay, you want this on the grid. Well, maybe scaling is weird. Go into edit mode. You can drag this up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna go up to that guy. Oh, I already lost where it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am really out of. I'm really out of shape. Well, I am that too. I'm really out of shape, but I'm also out of Blender shape. Oh, this is what this video is teaching me. So you can drag this up to there, right? You can go into X-ray mode, hit Tab, Control R, do a loop cut that is having a seizure. Oh, because this guy. Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, so you bring that one up too. You want to go in X-ray mode before you bring that up, and then we can go hit Control R, go to like here, and go to like here. So it's like a cube, right? So you have a cube right there. If that makes any sense at all. It probably doesn't. You probably clicked off this video a long time ago, but here we are. Why is professional editing on? How'd they turn on? It's more like a person melts down over making Blender tutorial. Boom, cross. Very simple, very straightforward. I hope you saw how I did that, because I could not explain it if my life was on the line. Pretty simple, not perfect, not as great as my other one. Definitely take your time. Don't rush like I did. My brain's kind of melting already, so that's why I'm trying to just get this done. But I hope I helped you. If I didn't, I'm sorry. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Adios.